Okay, we're gonna start with the waltz because the floor might get commandeered off of us. So we're gonna aim slightly for that corner, and kind of drift that way. After this, we'll go through that turn and develop it.
Okay, here we go. Yay! I just let it play this time.
Did I leave out some, I can't repeat it, so, first of all, I forgot to release, that's why I did that several times. So
Right.
That about the second time, I said, oh, we forgot to release, so let's do it again.
The very beginning, you started with 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you know you counted to 4?
Oh, did I?
You said, yeah, I'm like, oh, I hope they're gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear him say four?
Did we start on it? Yeah, I thought you said 4.
I think there was something right at the beginning.
I
You're
thought
right.
we didn't start on.
Yeah, but then you caught back
But we
up.
were-
Yeah, I think you were just a bit late.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean 1, 2, 3, the first, you did, to do the
One, like, we usually,
1,
we go
2,
1,
3, and then you do
1, 2,
the
3,
arch.
4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, whatever.
No,
Yeah,
but
one,
on
two,
3, you go
one, two,
down,
three,
and
then,
I count to 4, is that what you
I thought
said?
you said,
Okay.
But I like the start where
Yeah.
you go right into that,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
said. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of long. Did you do the progressives forward and back?
I did
You
once.
did those.
I did
Once you did
yeah.
those. Yeah, that's
We
right.
were sort of running out of space.
Flip flops. So you did everything.
Yeah, I think I did
Yeah,
everything, and
yeah.
I felt like I had to repeat it.
Well, you know why? Because you did 2 minutes and 40 seconds
Yeah.
of music where you're only going to do a minute and 30.
Yeah.
But this time I'll stop it at a minute and 30
Yeah.
if you want.
But I
So,
still feel like during the turns, like going into the developing that she's a little late or something, and the developing she kind of takes too long to do it. And to me, at least, I don't know if that's sure now, but it seems like we lose the half a beat in there or something.
right, I think that when she's going into the developé from the turn, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So on that turn, because it's a syncopated turn,
Yeah.
so you're doing 1, 2, and 3, so that you get there on 1. And I think sometimes it goes 1, 2, 3. She gets here on 1, 2.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something wrong with
Yeah.
the timing there that
Yeah.
seems like she's late.
Okay.
Do you want to just do that one time?
Yeah.
Let's do that before I put the music back on. So we have,
Let's do the right turn. Right turn on drive, turn go.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So that good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe because I'm counting it there, so you remember
Yeah.
that. And so it's a fast turn and it's an open turn where your feet, instead of like a spin in one spot, it's traveling, right?
Yeah, you gotta remember the traveling.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Yeah.
remember to open
So
up.
when you do, so go ahead and lead into the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3.
See, you turn a lot faster than she does.
Okay.
Because I just feel like she's gonna do a slow motion.
And you know what? I can actually help with the speed of that. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1,
that did
2,
help.
3.
Yeah.
Right?
Whipping
Sort of whipped around.
Yeah. Now, just you were, and while I was doing that, your head was dropped a little bit, so I think it, yeah. So make sure you keep yourself up so it doesn't like, yeah.
Let's make sure we got it.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and this is how, like, when you step back, like, you know how we already got to the part where you're
right.
open? When you step back with your left foot, that's 1, right? And so with the hand, 2, keep sending my hand around now. Go ahead and send it around. Keep sending it around. 3. So, in fact, I want to lead you. You don't even have to worry about the feet, but I want you to feel something with the hand. Step forward with your right foot. So I want you to step forward before I start the turn, right? So you're going to step onto that, then. But did you see the urgency of, so step onto your right foot again? Step onto your right foot, and then I push it around. But you see, so now if you stepped onto your right foot one more time, and I just go,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah.
So you're going to go at whatever speed you go. So I have to tell her that it's a syncopated
Yeah,
turn.
right.
And so when you step forward with your right foot, same spot, yeah. So I am, and I'm not trying to stir it as much as like with an open palm as you step forward, just bring it around, right? Just pushing into her fingers, towards her fingers with the open palm. Yeah? So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now push. So remember, she's got to step forward with her right foot. When you step back with your left, right? So you're going to take that step back with your left, then push it. Push, keep pushing. Right? So I kind of keep it going around a little bit more. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Now by 3, you don't really have to do anything, but on the 1, 2, and. 1, 2, and 3. 1. So you want to be careful on the 3 that you're not pushing it back. Yeah? Sure.
Or you prefer to leave it open and
No, I think we'd rather put the.
Split it, perfect.
Yeah. He likes, close the curtain?
Yes,
Oh, you want to do that?
That's what we're asking.
Oh, okay. Or we can go in there. Is somebody in that room?
Carolina's in there.
Oh, there's somebody in there. Okay. Yeah.
Distracting
We'll
to
close-
have 2 different lessons at once.
Yep. Thank you. You have priority, remember. You're the man.
you guys got here before.
Yeah, really. What time did you get here?
6 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was here till 11 p.m. last night.
Oh my gosh.
So I got like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh no.
Yeah, so lessons a little bit.
Yeah. So that's good.
So now the room is this way, so I should reposition the camera to get a little bit better, see that the glare is bad there, so let me just shoot it this way. Yeah, I think that's better. We'll try it this way.
Can you see all the way to?
Yeah, I can see there to here.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, let's try the turn thing again. do that right.
She kind of looked
Yeah.
like the last turn.
Coming out.
Yeah, right,
Yeah. So yeah, coming out of the turn, so from the develope here. Let me do that one more time, see if there's anything different with your lead that we can, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think bringing the hand across, too much across.
Yeah.
So I want to keep it on that side, right? So 1, 2, 3, keep it there. Uh-huh. Then let's try it one more time. Do the whole thing? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I still felt like I was bending the arms. Did it look all right?
Your head doesn't lean over like
Yeah.
it normally does, but I saw you kind of trying to
You
figure it
know,
out.
like it normally does. Wrong? Or?
Yeah, no, your head was reasonably straight
Okay,
throughout.
yeah.
You didn't crook your neck.
Good, in a good way.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So from the develope, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually that was pretty good. So what I'm doing too to help you in that turn is that instead of just letting go of this hand, I'm using it to stabilize you so keep some pressure in towards it. So as you start turning this way, it kind of stabilizes your left side. So if you do it from the develope. And now if I just let go, you see, I can't guide her in the direction that I want. But if I'm going to keep a hold of this hand, start moving her over that way. Yeah?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So if you were here, like this, I'm going to hold, you're going to be the lady.
Oh,
And if I stabilize this side as I bring this one around, then I let it go eventually. But instead of just going from here, let go,
yeah.
then I don't have as much, because I actually want you to travel. Like if you were doing the develope and you step forward with this foot, yeah. I want you to go ahead and, I want you to go this way. But you see how I moved you across by having this handhold? So, yeah, and what happened is that your foot stopped turning.
Okay.
So it's like if your foot kind of gets stuck and it doesn't turn anymore, but the body keeps turning, then it throws you out of balance. But if we have 1, 2, 3, turn your feet, turn your feet. And now, when you come through here, get your balance. Now, once you've got your balance, now put your arm down. Yeah, because what happens is that when you reach, and then it throws your balance this way. Yeah. So get your balance, get into position now. Put your, yeah. So if we do, get your balance. Yeah. So to get your balance for you, usually it's putting the heel down, right? Because if you're up on your
When does
toes,
my heel go down?
so you are 1, 2, 3, heel, toe, heel. So this one, that one, yeah, heels down on that one. Now stand up nice and straight. That's it. There you go. So it's on 3, right, that your heel wants to go down so that you can balance yourself. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, drop the heel, 1, 2. So you
Sort of dropped it.
yeah, but you dropped it on 1 and not on 3, the end of 3, yeah. So it'll be your left foot that needs to drop down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Drop the left, 1. Yeah, and you know what? On this turn, too, it'll feel like, not the syncopated turn that you start with, but the turn at the end of your developpe. I don't feel like I'm all the way around by 3. So by 3, if I stop on 3, so we'll just do it from the developpe. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is where I am, 3. I drop into that heel, then 1. Do you see how it's not until 1 that I'm actually back towards you? Let me do it without stopping, because that's probably 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And my hand didn't go down until like 2 or 3, right? So if I try to go 1, I'll show you what happens. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not in the right place to get there, so I'm having to, right? And then it throws my balance off. So let me do it one more time, and I'm going to put it down in the natural, and it's going to be, I say, between 2 and 3, depending on where we are in relationship to each other. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? So he had a hold of me first, then I came to him. So it's so easy to want to just get back there, you know, especially if we're out of balance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Don't worry about connecting yet. 2, 3. Yeah, now that time I felt like the hand pulled all the way over. So she was like, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1. Take your time now, take your time. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Yeah. You didn't pull her over, yeah.
I didn't feel your.
Yeah, I didn't, you hadn't propelled us to the
My
church.
propeller.
Yeah.
On the first turn?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got it.
But that was better on the second one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Propeller around. Take your time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
That was a little bit scrunchy.
Yeah.
Scrunchy?
I don't know what happened.
At that, on that second turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, and do you see how I kept the hand more here? And I think when you're turning her around, so you don't have to worry about the feet, that you're kind of doing that. You see I'm pulling her over that way? So, you get dizzy? Okay. So I'm going to take it up here and leave it right there as she turns. That's it. Right? So I have to be careful not to use that to pull her around. One, turn her out, that's it. Now just leave the hand straight up, leave it there, leave it there, leave it there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think in trying to get her around, started getting in the habit, and then that made it harder for her to get around. Yeah, sometimes you try things that seem like they help actually make it harder.
I thought one of my turns was okay, but one wasn't okay, but anyway, it's getting better, I think.
On the ones where you turn across the solo turn, that you want to do that one maybe like across this way one time?
I'm gonna sort of start hearing the turn. I just gonna do a sort of. We kind of got a little too close.
Yeah, kind of a little bit ran out of space, but that was better.
That was better than most.
And then remembering that push out of the second step
Oh,
where
yeah.
you go 1, 2, 3, right? That 2 pushing up and over out of that foot to get you out of it.
Okay, let's practice the push and then try to not get too close to the spirit.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right here, push, yep. And then right there, yeah. Whoop. Oh, almost landed in the,
The push is only on the turn.
Yeah, right.
on the
Oh,
turn,
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
I think I did.
It's like, no, not there.
This is
Over time.
We start here and turn the corner.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, push. 1, 2, 3, 1, push. 1, 2. Yeah,
Yeah, that was better.
That was better, wasn't it? Yeah, and I think that just, I don't know, keeps you from falling back into that second step because you're focused on pushing your body out.
And going up and down the hall doing that, and what I think about is my head.
On a track, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep my head there.
Like there's a hook here and you're hanging from the top of the ceiling. Yeah,
And it does help. If I can-
yeah.
So and then the waltz, let's practice the forward and back thing. Just,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
go through each one just for diagnostic in case
Yep,
we do something wrong.
okay.
So we'll just run down this way.
But overall, I thought it looked really nice. Yeah, it moved nicely. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Whoop. Yeah, so that last one you tend not to turn on.
See, I was
Right.
trying not to turn too much because you told me I was turning too much, so that's why I was trying to not turn too much.
Did I tell you that you're turning too much? I
Yeah,
thought,
you were saying I was turning this way.
Oh,
Overturning, you know.
right.
And you said the last one I can turn a lot, but
The last one is where I don't think you did turn though.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's only do it.
But you're right, on the more you turn on these, the less you
Yeah,
travel,
right,
right?
right.
When you come around and go backwards, the more you turn here.
Yeah.
But what happens is that last one, you did no turn. And by going straight back, you led her basically right at your foot, so she had to step over your foot. So it has to go this way on that last one to get out of it. So it was only the last one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, right here. Up, oh, ah.
No.
So the last one, let me bring you out here, Rick. If I stood here and when you turned your feet at the same angle, yeah. So you're going to back up with your right foot, 1, 2, and go outside partner. That's the very last three
okay,
steps.
okay.
So I've got to go on the outside of your foot, 1, then you go on the outside of my foot.
Ah, okay.
That's what you're missing, that.
Yeah,
Those-
I wasn't doing the outside part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing like that.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And here's those last three steps. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah. That felt, yeah, right? You didn't have to step over him. You're like, should I step on you?
Forward, I'm gonna step on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the forward and back.
So it was just that very last one.
Yeah.
Everything else was much better because you did keep it straighter,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Then the passing
The
twinkles.
passing twinkles, I still don't feel like we're terribly graceful doing that, and especially on the Higo Shigo when I go around. It's okay, but it's not great.
When you go around?
Yeah.
Let's just do that one time.
And then there's just 2 Shigos and then,
And the one thing that we want to really watch on that too is the footwork.
yeah.
So when you go around, you still want to go up onto the toe to turn around. And I think it's easy to want to kind of go with the heel or do a heel at the very end of it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. would say you could be a little bit more accurate of where your second step goes each time, right? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Between the feet, I don't think.
1, 2, 3. Now, what I saw that you did on the one, because I just did the one where she passes, right? That as she's coming to this side, you're kind of turning to the other side. She's coming this way, you're going, you see what I'm, instead of, I'm going to stay more, for the one where she just goes, I'm going to stay more, just more moving forward at her. So each time I take that second step, and then when I start to go around her, so when I'm on this side, you're going to step with your left foot. For 1, I have to make sure that I position myself so that she can step between my feet. So you're going to go, yep, and you're going to go up onto that toe to there. And then I step between your feet. I position myself so you step between my feet. Yeah, just getting a little bit more accurate with that.
Let's go kind of real slow.
1, 2, 3. So I felt like you did it that time. You stepped your 2 between her feet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
The 2, she didn't step between my feet.
No, you're stepping between her feet on that one.
No wonder I didn't step between my feet.
So whoever's passing is the one that's opening their feet. And whoever's going forward is the one that's stepping between. 1, 2, 3.
Should I have stepped between the second step?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't do that.
1, 2, 3. 1.
Trying to step between, but I'm trying to step between.
But see now, when she was on this side, so you got the first one, right? Sorry. So go ahead and step up there. Step on your right foot. That's it. You got the first one, you went between her feet. Now, when she's coming, so here's 1. 2 has to, do you see now she's here? So 2 is going to go, so move that foot away from me just a little bit. I'm going to go to here.
Okay.
Right?
I'm
And then 3. So if you can see that I'm really not turning. I'm mostly going straight forward and you're passing between. So what you did is that you, so go ahead and stand on that one. Yeah. So you're going to step with the one closest to me. Oh, so, and then just wait for me to go. So you did this. You see how I turn? Instead of just going, I don't really do much different, right? She's the one that's kind of doing most of the work on this one. So I'm just going to keep coming towards you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So not much body rotation.
A little bit.
But not turning, maybe zigzagging the placement of the feet? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So when I zigzag, so let me just show you one other thing. So when you're seeing me where you're saying the zigzag, it would be between the 2 and the 3. So if 1 is here, 2 is here. So I haven't zigzagged, right? But now as I go to the 3, I did a little bit. So 1 is here, 2, 3, I went off. You try to do it on the 2. You go 1, 2. You see how I turn? So 2 is just straightforward to go between her feet, and then you go off at an angle from the 2 to the 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that
I should want to go to the. Okay.
that was good. What you did there was right. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that feels better.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
So now let's do the Higo Chigo.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2. So if I know I'm going to go around right away, I'm going to put myself out in front. 1, 2, 3. Do you see where I am in relationship to her? So if I'm here, it's going to be hard for me to get out and over to that side. But if I'm here, I have a clear shot of getting over there. Then here, I try to make sure that I move a little less on this last step, that it moves more sideways. But if I'm on that side, I move more forward, right? So when you come across me, your last step will move a little bit more sideways. Mine moves a little more forward. Remember we talked about that in one lesson, right? It's like, so you have a little bit different job when you're doing that flip-flop. 1, 2, 3. Now, stop right there. Do you feel like you're out in front of her? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be easier, right? And then when you're coming out, instead of trying to go over here, which is backtracking, she's going to be progressing. So if you head this way, 1, 2, 3. And your last step can go a little bit more sideways. This step, yeah, right? And yours, because you're on this side, would progress a little bit more forward, right? Now you're going to progress more forward. Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm getting the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Then let's go this way.
So just that little tiny change.
Because my impression is, when I'm here, you're already at full on length, and as I hit that step, you're like, on.
steps.
Okay,
I have no steps. I'm literally go like this. I'm waiting and I go like this.
I was spinning in a circle, but I was sort of trying to turn, but we were drifting this way.
Right,
And
right.
I would rather go kind of straight and turn.
Right. Can I do it with you one time? So we're going to go straight this time. So let me just stop you just for a second. That's it. There you go. And now, so do you see you're ahead of me now? But do you see where your foot is going kind of that way? That seems like it's going a little further away from me. So go more, yeah. 1. Take a bigger step on one.
I know.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, you can see where, and when I do it, I can direct it. I can kind of direct her where I want her to go so that, you see how, by keeping my arm here, you're right, it's like you're in my arm, so I'm keeping you behind. So if I did this,
Fly the tree, and I'm ready to strike, and that.
I'm sending you in front of me, right? So I have to, like if she's here in this arm, watch what I do. So now she's back there, right?
Finishing with the outside foot to the turn. We always do. You never
Okay.
the outside.
Now when I come around her, I send her, do you see how now my hand is here? So I'm trying to keep you out in front of me. So now I keep my hand back. Now I keep it out in front. Right? So I'm telling you where I need you to be too. So it's either going to be, and it's not just this either, it's the whole rotation of the body. 1, 2, 3. 1. Now make sure your left hand is out in front of you. Yeah, looks good. Whoop. So I think you were 3 when she came across you and you did 1, 2. It went instead of, yeah. So just being super accurate with,
you always want to understand it's harder to do that than turn on the inside. And you know, it's inside the turn. Because this one will be easy.
yeah. And not bad, but I still see your one step go away from you. 1, 2, 3, 1. You know, and I'm trying to get over there, but, right? I go 1. Okay? And then I make sure that you come across, ideally, in that same way, right? So I want you to come across me there. And I'm heading this way, not that way, right? So I'm kind of cutting you off a little bit there. Then.
Let's try one more time with a bit of Waltz Cha Cha.
Okay.
Turning that always to the instead to the left.
Okay, now, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3,
4.
step.
No.
Strike.
You're only going to start.
Yeah.
We still got a lot of work to do. Let's just move on to the
Yeah, but you knew the difference of what, yeah, and you got around better there, yeah.
So the Cha Cha, let's go in slow motion because there's some areas that I'm unclear on, particularly the defense.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and then just the mechanics of we're not positive we have the steps right. So
Okay,
we'll
'cause we
try
did
with
some changes last
Start
time.
with the Turkish style first.
Okay.
So the Russell here.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2. Up. Left out a rock there.
We weren't sure. We had that intermediate.
You go forward, you go back. There was one. Yeah. Do one more time.
So just stop us at the point
Okay.
where we screwed up. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. Oh, you go forward there. So it's coming around this last side. So if I'm on this side of you, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
Keep going forward, just like I did.
Yeah.
Behind it.
Yep.
I think we had some
Yep.
problem with the
Yep.
transition.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. Up. And that's where you got to go forward. You got to go forward with your left foot. Mhm. And it's going to be coming out, so you're on this side of him. 2, 3, 4, and 1. And he's going to go back. You're going to go forward. 4, and 1, 2, 3. Goes forward. 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, and so when you come across on that one too. So let's do it from here. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now, right here, I'm just coming around you. So I think maybe we get around too far, and that's why that got left out. Rock back one more time here. Right foot, or left foot, sorry. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now, I'm just coming out from behind you as you rock back. 2, 3, cha-cha to the side, crossover break.
So my left foot
So I think you get her around too far. Yeah.
I did want to whip her around.
Yeah. So you're on this side, right? And you're going 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3. Yeah? So I think that was it. You just got her around further, and it didn't seem like there was any place for that rock step.
So let's just do
Okay, I'm trying to not hit you with my head, and that's about all.
2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1. And see if you can keep yourself, like when she comes, yeah, the shoulders. When you rock back, 2, 3, 4, and 1, right? Keep this here still. Now, rock back. Now I come around you. Whoop, and you're just doing a rock step. Rock, replace. Now, keep this a little bit more here, because you're not really asking me to go over there.
right.
Now, cha-cha to the side, and open up. You see, so I think if you keep the alignment of the body position better, then it's easier to tell where you are. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Oop. So you turn to me. You got to stay facing that way. Rock back with this foot. 2, 3. So you're doing 2, 3. Then 4 and 1, 2, 3. So she's on this side of you. You're going 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So you don't need to turn because she's coming around you. Yeah. Or you don't need to rotate, I should say. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just because it just turned too soon, and then you were in front, and there's a reason to do the rock to bring her from behind you, but if she's already in front of you, then
Right.
why would you be doing that? Yeah.
So let's just start from the beginning and see if we can get that far.
And I was going to say at the very beginning, I'm wondering, so if, because we're going right into this turn, so would that be awkward to do that? Probably awkward for you to hold the hand that way, right?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, okay. So we'll do it this way. So 1, she's going right into the turn. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah. So it is just a little bit. 1. Can you bring? Let me just try one other thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Let me just see. Let me just do that with you. So what if I'm holding on this way and you try to turn under, it's a little bit awkward. But if I go 1, 2, 3, do you see what I did with the hand? So I got it this way, and then we're in the right position. But if I go 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's all like twisted around. Yeah, so if I'm just going to get the hand from here. So as you take the step to the side, and keep your shoulders towards me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Now, and did you see where if I started off this way, like towards the camera, I turned a quarter turn, and I don't think we even got this far last time. So we're here, 1, 2, and I moved into here.
See, I can get that.
I don't think we even talked about it.
Cut across the alley.
Yeah, so if I started here and I went 1, 2, and I kind of move into that space, and then she's over here on this side. Instead of making her go all the way around. Yeah, that's nicer, huh? Yeah.
Okay, I think right now. Let's show.
Whoop. Yeah, you did an extra little thing there, yeah, behind. Yeah. Because I think you were wanting to get your right foot, and it's got to be the left foot. Yeah.
Let's just start from
Because you use the right foot on this side, right? 2, 3, 4, and left foot. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Yeah.
It's so
And-
simple to do left, but I don't know why I didn't. I thought, oh, I have to do my right.
Right.
That's all.
Correct. not to be left.
So then, the other thing, we just wanna make sure we have the half moons right, I think you say face each other and then quickly pivot and face each other, pivot, so we just wanna make sure we're doing that.
Okay.
Okay, so actually to get into the half moon, you can actually do just one.
We're in the half moon from the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, from the beginning, but in addition, you showed another way to get into the half moon, just in general, if you just.
Oh,
dance
from the
and
crossover break?
Yeah, I think you did it from a crossover.
Yeah.
So you would,
If you're just dancing and want to get into it.
so would you change hands first then?
You could change hands first, or you could just lead her into a regular crossover break. So if I lead her into a regular crossover break, then I could change hands, bring her across. Or I could lead her into a crossover break and change hands as I do it. So either way
I
works.
think we decided was clearer to change hands before.
And then you know that's more of a signal.
Yeah, just so we would get mixed up, so if we just dance and do the basic.
I only appear to reach my arm and as I roll my wrist and step the other way. Okay. And then,
You know, was it the body facing right or not?
Yeah.
Should we be crisper at doing it, or?
I thought actually that was pretty good, what you did. That was improved from the last time. Yeah, because it's really easy to turn too soon, like once you're out here, to just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole idea, face each other
Yeah.
and then turn.
Yeah, and that's clear.
See, look at our first time. Is that, we had another question?
How to do the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, I have this space, I can kind of shoot the arm through. Or, I mean, I can also keep my arm here on his.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, putting my arm on his shoulder. I think I should do that.
Should I just kind of extend my arm like this?
Kind of like an open and close, right? Yeah. So this way we're doing the same thing with our arms, right? He opens, I close, I open, he closes, right? So it looks very uniform.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was.
And that'll keep you from turning too soon, too.
Right. So in terms of the sequence, we started with that Turkish towel.
Yeah. Then we went right into the half moon because you're
Right,
already in that
right
half.
to the half moon. So the question is, what is the next step after the half moon? We could do just go into crossovers and then double crossovers. It's one possibility. Well, let's try to do that part and see if it makes sense.
Okay,
or not.
yeah, I think that's what you did last
Yeah,
time, right?
so-
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 So half moons.
See, she was open.
A little bit sooner.
Too soon. Should be facing each other.
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
So now to exit this, that's the question.
Yeah, so, for the exit out of
Yeah,
it.
how do we exit out of the half moon?
Okay, so if I did the last half moon, I can do like an underarm turn at the end, right? Or I could just do a regular, so here's my last half moon. I change the hand to a crossover break,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I was thinking. We'll do
What we
cross-
did, I think, right?
So I'll change the hand to crossover, we'll do both a single crossover and then a double crossovers.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay, so then what should we do after that? We gotta do the peekaboo thing. No, not the peekaboo. See, the Turkish towel is sort of like peekaboo, but the peekaboo is just,
The peekaboo is.
Or the sweetheart.
the one I'm thinking about is,
2,
wait, you gotta change hand.
2, 3, 4, and 1. Sweetheart, yeah. 4 and 1.
So it's
Yeah.
her Turkish towel, so
Yeah.
the back of the Turkish
Yeah.
towel,
Mhm.
right? So,
And it does have to have the same handhold so that you can get into this
Right.
position, yes. And on this one, you're rocking forward, she's
yeah,
rocking
yeah,
back, you're
right.
just switching.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So that's a good
Yeah.
variety to mix it up a little bit. So,
Now, when you did you did one crossover to each side, and then you did the cha cha cha, cha cha cha, rock, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, rock, right? And then did we do? What would be good? I'm not sure if that's what we did. Is to do an underarm turn to change hands to come into this.
okay.
Because that's a nice way, like if I was doing a crossover, the last crossover, underarm, then bring her in to this one. That one. Make sure I get it. There you go. That's it. Yeah? So if you did cross, you want me to do the whole thing with you?
Sure.
Okay, so we're starting with one. Are we starting here? Sorry. I'm like, wait, now I forgot to start. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Oop, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3. Whoop, rock back. Rock back with this one. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Half moon. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Half moon. Whoop, you're still gonna rock back. And now change hands to crossover, crossover, crossover.
It's like selfie. The selfie side.
But my body's still doing something.
Yeah, you're doing something. Yeah.
Underarm turn.
So if this was the last one, you would do one more underarm turn, change hands, bring me into sweetheart.
I feel like I'd already done it when I did it.
You did. Barely turning, you start spinning away.
Well, I turned and I went.
After that,
And how about the triples forward and back? Because when you did those, did you do that from this handhold?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right, right.
you could just keep this handhold
Yeah.
coming out of here.
Right, right. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with which handhold you're in.
Yeah.
It's easier transition.
Mhm.
Okay, let's just try it once and then once we can.
And 4, 1, 3, 1. This one is a
1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this time, go ahead and change hands. Then you do one to each side.
See, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I change hands and then.
2, 3, 4, and 1. And then you're going to travel. 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Crossover. Now an underarm turn. Change hands. Rock, and then bring her in for the sweetheart. That's it. There you go. And then keep that handhold for the triple progressive. Cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, rock. Cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, rock. Yeah?
I forgot what it was, I forgot that I didn't do a rock step after that.
Right, right.
Let's pause the music one last time.
Try it with music?
Yeah, just.
And
That needs more standing still to be the dancing, so.
let me just ask him, there's a way to turn off those speakers so when we play it, it doesn't play over him. Can I just, I wanted to put music on, but I don't want to blast. I don't know how to turn the speaker so it doesn't play on you.
It's usually set up. Let me show you.
Oh, it
But
is?
It's usually set up.
Okay.
So when you turn it on, B is near, A is away. So see, it's already almost always set up. So from here you go both of them, or only A, or which is that side, or B, which is
Oh, okay. So B is this
B
side.
is near, yeah.
Okay.
A away.
Seemed like
on
it'd
the
be-
carrier.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, it's usually set up like that all the time.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Somehow we always leave it like that.
Oh, got it.
I think we do this.
We did it.
You did it?
The turn was awkward. No, we're trying to get into this. Forget what
Okay,
it
here we
was.
go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Up. So you left out the rock step when she comes around. Rock back with your right. That time you got it. Yeah. Yep.
This is so fast, it's so different than.
I know, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. That's it. 4 and 1, 4 and 1. Then whenever a regular crossover, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Underarm, stage hands, sweetheart. And you know, from there you could actually just start over.
Yeah.
Because if you have,
Right.
yeah.
We have enough to work on.
And right, you lost the timing a little bit on, where was it? A rock step got left out. So you got off time,
Yeah.
somewhere in the middle of that. Yeah.
This is just so much faster. We gotta
Yeah.
get used to the speed.
But that's plenty of material,
Yeah.
and then you can just start over, right? Right?